In the 124th world, have you guys heard of PN racing? Well, I recently found them. I got a transmission motor mount right here. I believe it may be part of the whole transmission. These things are really small. I've got some 64 pitch gears right here. Different size pinion gears as well. I want to get some speed out of the bouncer. And this motor right here, this is a 90 turn motor. This thing is awesome. I want to show you guys this motor and all these parts up close. Then we're going to try to get them into the bouncer, the little bitty bouncer. Guys, take a look. Let's go over the bouncer here, which currently has no wheels or tires. I've got some. It has a Furtec Lizard ESC and a Flash Guy 3-channel receiver. Hopefully I don't have to decase that, but I will if I need to. Stock servo. I kind of messed up a little bit when I did the wide axles. I don't really like those very much, but they're on here. We're going to continue with the drive. The chassis is actually by Mofo RC. So it's a printed chassis, really a neat little chassis. But the thing is, I want you guys to see this right here. Everything is really, really tight. So that is going to be the challenge for the PN racing stuff here. Let me get this opened up. Metal motor mount. This will be awesome because it'll help dissipate some of the heat. This motor, let's go and get this stuff opened up. Okay, let's get a look at this. This motor is awesome. I gotta show you guys something about that. Got some hardware, got the mount, got the bracket, and now here is how everything bolts together. So we got some nice clear illustrations. I like that. I like looking at pictures. Oh, there's words. Okay, now I don't have a receiver tray. I don't have that in here, so in the over the battery tray and all that, so it's going to be interesting to see that. But now I want to show you guys something about this motor. Okay, let's look at this. What is awesome. Now this is just pressed on. It is a plastic gear. You can feel the torque detents in this little thing. That is awesome. A little 90 turn motor, look at that. Now, maybe this motor is normal in the small scale world, but for me, this thing is like brand new. Now, I can remember, I think these motors are used in like slot cars or something, but this is beautiful to me. Okay, I've showed you the motor. That's awesome. I like it. After taking out a few really small screws, I've got everything out now. So, yeah, just basically the upper links at the chassis and then what holds this on. So, let's go ahead and get this thing right here off the belly or skid. Got the little cover off, and now you can see the stock gears. So that is all factory stock. So everything is off the transmission that needs to be. Now it's time to go ahead and start putting the new stuff on, and I'm going to look at those directions. Got this bolted back together with the factory bolts. These slots on the side, that's how you adjust your pinion for different pinion sizes or mesh. The pinion presses on the shaft almost all the way to the bushing. That's basically the width of an X-Acto blade. Let's look at this right here, guys. Got a little bit of play on that, which is good. You got to have some kind of clearance. Now look at that. There's plenty of room for a much larger pinion gear. Maybe I can finally get some bouncer speed out of this thing, huh? Okay guys, I got it powered up. Drive shaft is off so it doesn't fling around. Get my fingers out of them tiny little gears. Gonna get some reverse here. There we go. Well, okay. Now we get to see if it'll fit the chassis. So getting all this stuff to mount up in here is that was a challenge. I went through a whole bunch of different configurations. Tried to get it in the back under the battery tray. Just really wouldn't go. But there's the Lizard ESC. You can get to the on-off switch right down through there. The receiver decased that. Could not use channel 1 for the steering. I had to use channel 3, which basically set it up in 4-wheel steering mode. So yeah, I've basically got the rear steer set up on the front, and obviously there's no rear steer on here. So, but anyway, everything is there. Yeah, everything's up front. The motor, everything, because it was a completely different configuration before. So anyway, this thing should be ready to go. Going to power it up, see what it's got. Got a little obstacle course set up, and then we're going to get it outside. Well, let's see what it's got. Oh, this thing's got some juice. Now, I do have that larger pinion gear on there, so you could get a little bit better crawl out of it with that, but I kind of want a bouncer. Did you see that? It gets a wheelie now. Ha ha ha. Well, I've been after that ever since I put this thing on here. That's awesome. Messing with his big brother, the Rift. Very nice. I've got a battery charge too. You know what? This thing may actually work on some dirt now. Get off of that tire. This thing's got some juice, guys. I like this. Okay, let's get this thing outside. This thing may actually work in the dirt now. Oh, I about lost my battery. Let's see what we got here. Crawl action on. Oh! I really got to secure that battery better. I haven't got the little strap pulled down. Ah, there we go. Oh. There we go. Got a pretty good gap right here. I'm gonna try to jump it. Didn't really jump, but it made it across. I have to pull the top off of this chassis, the top part, and actually get that little ratchet thing, the Velcro strap that should hold the battery down. I cannot get it without taking the top off. I'm going to do that, the battery will be permanently mounted unless I take the top off again. Guys, what do you think? PN Racing, this motor is phenomenal. Now, when I had it on the table driving around, I mentioned the big pinion. I should have said, well, it takes a smaller pinion, you'll get more control down low. That's kind of the way crawling works, right? But I want bouncer speed, and I was able to pull a wheelie. As far as the dirt stuff goes, it still doesn't quite get the dirt that the bigger vehicles do. You know, it's kind of small, you know. But scale dirt, it works wonders. Beautiful setup. Beautiful setup. Getting everything set up in this tiny little chassis by Mofo RC, that was a challenge. That was more of a challenge than the motor assembly, the gears and all that, you know, but it's in here. So that little thing right there is awesome. In that description, I will put a link to PN Racing, part numbers and this and that for that. So make sure you guys check that description out. So awesome setup. It really is. Guys, check that description. I will put links for the PN Racing, everything that's on here, the Helios battery, cheap tires, the chassis and all that. It's down below. So guys, check that description, use those links, make sure you're subscribed, and thank you all for watching. Guys, if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. So, in the description, there's a link to become a channel member. If you want to become a channel member, it's a very simple $2, $5, $10, or if you really got some money, $25 a month. It's a simple way to support the channel. So, get that, and I am doing monthly giveaways for members only, so you might want to consider it. So, guys, use those links, make sure you're subscribed. Thank you all for watching.